Oh, hi. I was just taking a sip of my tea before I teach you 5 ways to say drink. 5 ways. Do you know 5 ways how to say the word drink? Well, in this lesson, I'm going to teach you. The first way is sip. The first word is sip. Okay. Now, if you take a sip of something, you just take a small amount. Okay. And usually you stick out your lips a little bit like this. There, I took a sip of my tea, right? So a sip is just a very small amount. You can take a sip of tea, of coffee, of anything. Now, usually, when you take a sip of something, it's hot. Very often, it's hot. The reason you take a sip is because if you took more, if you took a big gulp, I'll teach you the word gulp in a little bit, but if you took a lot, like this, right, you would scald your mouth. You would scald your tongue and the roof of your mouth. Do you know what scald means? Scald means burn, right? If you drink tea or coffee, if you take too much into your mouth when it's hot, you scald your tongue and you scald the roof of your mouth. Have you ever done that? I hate doing that. I've done that a lot, where your tongue hurts for a few days, or the roof of your mouth hurts for a few days afterwards. So don't scald your mouth. Just take a sip. Just a sip, okay? So very often we use the word sip with hot liquids like tea or coffee. Okay, the second one is slurp. Now, slurp means to sip with sound. Okay, I'll show you what slurp means. Okay. So I slurped, right? It's in Western culture, slurping is considered impolite. So you shouldn't slurp your soup, but very often with hot liquids, right? Like with coffee or tea or soup, you sort of need to slurp it, So for me, I don't think slurping is a bad thing, but some people think slurping is rude. But I don't know, I think it sort of makes the thing taste a little bit better. Like if you're drinking a milkshake or a smoothie or a cup of coffee or something, Let me know down in the comments. Do you slurp anything? Is it rude in your culture or is it okay? Yeah, I'm interested to know. If I was drinking some tea or something and I slurp, would you be offended? Would you think that's rude, or would you think it's okay? Would you accept it? Okay, so that's the second word is slurp. Now the third one is gulp. Okay, now gulp means to swallow and to take a big swallow. Okay, so if you gulp, it's like this, right? You can see my Adam's apple moving up and down because I'm swallowing, right? So that's what a gulp is. One gulp is one swallow, like that. Okay, now usually when we use the word gulp, it's like a big swallow, like right? Now to gulp down means to drink something. If you gulp something down, that's another way to say drink. So you could gulp down, probably not a hot liquid because you don't want to scald your mouth, but you could gulp down, I have here a soda water, fizzy water, carbonated water. I don't know what else. What other words can you? I think is club soda. I think club soda in North America is fizzy water with sugar. I could be wrong. Is that? I think club soda. I think that's what club soda is. But this is just pure carbonated water. So there are different names. You call it soda water, maybe club soda. I'm not sure. It might have sugar. But just the most basic word for it is carbonated water. Okay, or here in Thailand, it's soda water. So I'm gonna crack open my bottle of soda water. Crack open means to open. Okay, this is called a bottle opener, and I'm gonna crack open my. I just cracked open my fizzy water. All right, so I'm gulping it down. right? I took a few big gulps. I could say, I'm gulping down my soda water. I'm gulping it down. That means to drink it fast. Now, it can have the meaning to drink something reluctantly, okay, or to take something, to swallow something reluctantly, okay. A good example of that is cough syrup. If you have kids and your kids have a cough, right, and you give them some cough medicine, usually cough medicine is in the form of a syrup, right? And they have to swallow it. And usually cough syrup is really nasty. It just tastes disgusting, nasty, right? So you might tell your kids, just gulp it down. Just gulp it down. They just have to swallow it all at once. If they just sip it, it's just going to make the process more painful for them, right? Because it's disgusting. If you want to drink something or swallow something disgusting, you just have to gulp it down, right? Do it fast, do it all in one gulp. Also, gulp down could mean to eat something. We can also use that term to eat something. And it means to eat something fast. Okay, so you could say, I'm just going to gulp down. My friend is waiting for me to go play tennis, so I'm just going to finish my lunch. I need to eat my lunch, right? So I'm just going to gulp it down and then go play tennis. Okay, or you could gulp it down because you really like it. You enjoy it. I'm just gulping down this apple pie or this whatever, Black Forest cake. Black Forest cake is so good. So gulp down means to eat fast. It can mean that, but usually it's to drink something. If you gulp something down, you're drinking it really fast. Okay. The fourth one is guzzle. Guzzle. Now, guzzle means the same as gulp down, right? If I guzzle my soda water, it means like this. Right, I'm guzzling it. It means I'm drinking it really fast. Now, with guzzle, very often we use this word to talk about vehicles that have very bad gas mileage. Okay, so everybody knows that trucks and SUVs are really bad gas guzzlers. They guzzle gas. That means they use a lot of gas. I think most trucks have gas tanks like twice the size of a car. I think most cars have like a fuel capacity of, I think, about 50 liters. And I think most trucks have gas tanks like 100 liters. So you would think a truck should be able to drive twice as far as a car. But that's not true. They can't because they guzzle so much gas. Okay, so trucks and SUVs are gas guzzlers. They guzzle so much gas. That means they drink. They basically drink so much gas. Okay, so that's the fourth meaning. Guzzle basically means the same as to gulp something down. It means just to drink something fast, to drink a lot of something. Now, the fifth one is to down. Just to down something. Let's say I down this can of Pepsi. If I down this can of Pepsi, it means I drink it really fast and I drink all of it. Okay, so that's one thing about the word down is it means you drink all of it. Okay, so that's how it's a bit different from the word guzzle or gulp down. If you guzzle something, it might mean that you drink all of it, but with the word down, it means you have to drink all of it. We use that, right? So if I down this can of Pepsi, it means I drink it really fast and I drink all of it. Okay, like sometimes people might say bottoms up. Bottoms up, that's another way to say cheers. It's a Harley Davidson driving past my apartment. It's pretty loud. Okay, so bottoms up means, like, this is the bottom of the can. Bottoms up, right? It implies that you're going to drink all of it, right? So if I say bottoms up, it means we're going to drink all. Usually people use that with beer, not usually with water or Pepsi or coffee or anything like that. It's usually specific to beer. Okay, so if you're drinking beer with some people, they might say bottoms up. I didn't quite finish it. So that wasn't a real bottoms up, but I put the bottom up, but I didn't quite finish it. If someone says bottoms up, that means you should at least try to finish, your whole beer. Okay, so that's what it means to down. To down something means to drink all of it. So you could say John downed 3 beers in 5 minutes. He downed three beers in 5 minutes. That's a lot, right? He's just guzzling beer after beer after beer. Okay, so those are the 5 words I wanted to teach you. First is sip, then is slurp, then to gulp or to gulp down, and to guzzle, and to down. Let me know, which is your favorite word. I better end this lesson before I burp. I can feel a belch forming in my stomach because I just downed all this fizzy water. So after you down something carbonated like Coke, Pepsi, fizzy water or beer, then very often you need to belch. Belch is another way to say burp. So I better end this lesson before I belch into my microphone. Hope you guys are having a terrific day wherever you are, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.